They started to change from like white lights. They started to get like more like reddish green blinking lights. There had to be in total 10, maybe 12 of these things, and some of them came closer. They went over my building. You could hear the whir of the motor. They seemed pretty large.
All right, so we've got this mystery in the sky now extending to Brooklyn, New York. The video you see here looks like what we saw on Sunday near the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. It's in Bay Ridge. The Brooklyn sightings coming after folks in Staten Island and in several New Jersey neighborhoods also saw the flying objects. Believed to be drones, but nobody really knows. The videos on your screen of the New Jersey sightings prompting Governor Phil Murphy to respond.
We don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing.
The sightings also catching the attention of lawmakers on Capitol Hill. This afternoon, 2 members of the House are holding a hearing where they plan on investigating the threats to Homeland Security posed potentially by these drones or these objects in the sky. Joining us now is Captain Laura Einsetler, who flies for a major commercial airline, to talk about this. You know, you hear the governor say, we don't think there's a threat to public safety, but we don't know what these are. How can those two things be true at the same time?
Well, we have to kind of look at things like, so why are these drones operating at night? Most drone operators would operate during the daytime. So the fact that it's been going on for several weeks and the fact that it's going on during nighttime, you have to wonder, is it military operations or some sort of technical equipment operator that's doing this?
From your experience as a pilot, when you see things in the sky, what stands out to you about these objects?
Well, with drones and as pilots, we're obviously very concerned about those type of things sharing airspace with us. These drones are supposed to have remote ID on them, so they're supposed to be broadcasting always what the identification is and what the locations are at all times and be below 400 feet above the ground so that it doesn't interfere with our operations for keeping everyone safe.
If it is some sort of military exercise, you know, there's one thing to let the public know. It's another thing to let pilots know, or the FAA. That doesn't appear to have happened.
Well, and that's a concern. So this is the type of thing that with the investigating going on, you know, is there a concern or is there not a concern? So the fact that the people of these areas, you know, are voicing their opinions and their safety concerns, this really needs to be addressed and explained for everyone.
The FBI is requesting some flight restrictions now as a result over the Staten Island area. How might that help?
Well, absolutely, it will help because that means that anything that's in those restricted airspace areas, then they can come in and handle those type situations. So whether it's some type of operation with helicopters where they can, you know, go alongside and track them, or even shoot them down if it's a kind of a safety concern, then in that case, we have to understand what's happening here.
Yeah, and there's a lot we don't know. Captain, when you're in the cockpit and you see something strange, something mysterious as these are, what is the process of reporting it?
Well, when it comes to us, we would always tell air traffic control if we see these type of things in the airspace that might be concern for us and our passengers' safety, so that the FAA is always aware of, hey, we know that these things are here, air traffic control is aware, and they can report to the FBI in these type cases.
In your experience flying, how often do you come into contact with things that you can't explain?
Not very typically, but every now and again, there's some type situations that we might see that it's hard to explain. So you have to look and say, okay, is it military activity? Are they testing new type of equipment? Is this just something that we haven't seen before? Can't explain aerodynamically either, for that matter.
What about the altitude? Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.